What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. But I feel like the more important thing to discuss in today's video, super quick, is yes, I got my laptop up and running. Just wanted to give you guys an update from where we last left off yesterday to where we are today. So we had a planned vacation to go to Disney about, I'd say, 5 months ago, which of course the hurricane hits just a few days before. And honestly, Orlando got hit really hard too, but we were expecting Orlando to be closed. Fortunately, Disney and the Airbnb do not want to give refunds, so we decided to just live it up and go and finish the week off there, which is good because we were leaving a place that barely had, you can't drink the water. It was on a boil only notice, and we didn't have internet. So coming here, having internet actually works really well because now I can not only use the lights and stuff like that and AC, which we did have when we left, but it gives me internet for the next couple of days, so now I can actually continue to make videos. Still slightly off, but one step in the positive direction. A lot of you guys were asking me questions about whether or not I could link a hotspot from my iPhone to my computer, and I appreciate all you guys' comments, and it is something that I did try. It was the first thing I tried. The problem was I did not have I didn't have good service in my apartment complex. I had spotty service. I had to be in a certain area, and that would only work for my phone, hence why I did it. It did not really work when I connected it to my computer. I tried it. It usually does work if I have really good internet, 5G. That wasn't the case in my apartment, and that's why I wasn't able to do that, which is what I wanted to do because that would have solved all the problems. So unfortunately, that's why I was not able to do what you guys were recommending, although we did find another solution, so I do appreciate all you guys for commenting. But yes, as you guys know, screen is up. I obviously do not have my camera or microphone set up, so this is how it's going to have to be for the next couple of days, and ideally next week everything will be back up and running. But just the fact that I can look at a full screen and all the charts load is amazing, so it's very nice to see all of this here, and I can actually start to chart again much better than I have been on my cell phone, although I really didn't mind doing it on my cell phone. It was quite cool. But I appreciate all you guys' comments and stuff like that. I'm talking like this because it's barely 6 a.m. in the morning and we have a lot to do since we're going to Disney and stuff like that, so that's why I'm trying to make this video now super early in the morning. But with that being said, guys, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. Also, guys, I do appreciate everybody that is joining and signing up for our Patreon. As you guys can see here, this is my Patreon. It's where we post all of our crypto trades. My friend and I, who've been working close for, honestly, I think close to 4 years now on Crypto TV. He's been, kind of like my go-to guy. So we've been working on our Patreon for quite some time now, and it's everything's up and running, as you guys know. And when events like this happen here, he's able to pick up a little bit of the slack and vice versa. So I do appreciate him for taking part and helping me out through this for Patreon here. But for those that don't know, we have 4 tiers of Patreon: Gold, Lounge, or Platinum, and Trading Masterclass. The link is in the description. Make sure to go check it out if you're interested. We have a few spots left and open in the tiers, and then we just can't handle it all. But definitely make sure to go check that out if you are interested. I do know a lot of people ask me about my trades, so this is where you can find everything on here. Now, with that being said, diving into the technical analysis, we'll pull up the coin market cap. You can see top 10 cryptocurrencies. Everything is doing pretty well over the past 24 hours. Bitcoin's up 4%, Ethereum's up 4.6%. We have BNB up 2%, which one of you guys commented you wanted me to look at, and we can next week when I'm back home and I have all my technology and stuff to make this a little bit easier. But we're going to stick with the core ones this week. And XRP's up 5%. So we are doing pretty well overall in regards to the the 24-hour movements here. And you guys can see we did bounce pretty nicely off of XRP's bottom support. This is on the 4-hour charts here. As expected, it kind of looks good too. It's a very similar pattern to what we've been seeing, literally identical. This is identical to what's happening now. It's pretty crazy. We had our beautiful, symmetrical or descending triangle, higher lows, lower highs, filling in the gap here, whatever you want to call it. And then after filling in the gap here, we break down, and then you can see again we have the similar one on the hourly, breakdown, and here we are with a similar rally like that. So I would not be surprised if we start making the same movement like this, filling in the gap here and coming to some sort of decision. But as you guys can see, we are getting sandwiched in between this uptrend right here, or sorry, the moving average right here on XRP, and we are going to get very close to being intertwined within this moving average. But the interesting thing is, I didn't notice this, but there is probably some sort of uptrend we can draw like this, ideally, and we could probably extend this out maybe like this. So this is a new thing that I did not notice on the previous charts here. Although they did work very well, you're now starting to see some other sort of like, you know, symmetrical triangle or formation forming here. We could probably jump to the daily here to get a better overlook, and you can see some sort of uptrend here. We could extend it out a little bit more. It doesn't really matter to me because we are still doing this pretty well in regards to symmetrical triangle forming here, but there is going to be a lot of resistance that we are going to be retesting very soon, which is a big problem for most of these major cryptocurrencies. Now I just want to remove some of these charts because it's going to get a little messy for us. But you can see here kind of what we're dealing with here. So we do have an uptrend, clearly a price floor here that the prices have been using, pretty much their moving average right here on the 4 hour, and a top resistance, a lower high. So you can see again, only 4 hour parts. We have a top resistance, bottom support, filling in the gap here. Volume is slowly getting smaller from the original movements in volume to where we currently are now. Volume has pretty much slowly died down. You can draw that trend here. We are coming to a point where we do need to, get a decision. Are we going to be breaking bullish or bearish here? You can see this is pretty much the end right here. If not, the end would be probably closer to where we are right now, retesting this moving average. The problem with what we're dealing with right now is, as I said, when you jump to the weekly here, we're at a very, very, very vulnerable point in time for most of the major cryptos. And I want to pull up really quick for you guys all the weekly charts. This is XRP, which we've been spending most of today on. But if I jump to the weekly here, you can see right here another descending fractal on the weekly. And then if I jump to, we're gonna have to like declutter these charts here because they are very much cluttered. But you can see now we have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, and we have XRP pulled up. And you could probably draw something very similar if you wanted to. Like you could probably draw something like this if you really wanted to get away with it on XRP, something like this, where you can see another sort of descending fractal forming here. But I'm deleting this because I don't think it's that necessary. We did break through it in the past year, unlike what we did here on Ethereum or Bitcoin. But you can see ideally what we're dealing with is the prices coming back down into contact with this major resistance here, consistently retesting it. And that's exactly what we're doing again. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 retests again, consistently here. We are filling in this gap here, and a massive decision is going to have to be made. This is super important. So this goes beyond just looking at the hourly, 4 hour, or daily charts. This really depicts what we're going to see for the weekly charts here, and this is why it's so important, because if we can close a weekly candle above this purple resistance here, there's a very, very, very big chance we are going to see a potential swing like this back to the upside here. We are very much so going to see a potential swing like this, and that's what we need to pay attention to and focus on, because there's a very big chance we could rally up a little bit higher, and that's what I'm excited to see. So if we can close the weekly above here, maybe close at 61 cents, 60 cents, there's a very big chance of potentially seeing that run to the upside. Same thing, vice versa. We could see a break to the downside. Obviously not what we're looking for, but it is something we do have to pay attention to, as there is a huge possibility that could still happen. And that's why we're focused on the on this channel currently, because we're getting very close to retesting this major resistance here. And that's going to be huge for XRP and these cryptocurrencies. Ethereum is very similar. You can see we're having also a major descending fractal here. Major stair-stepping pattern here, major rejection off top resistance consistently, and here we are coming very close to contacting it again, and vice versa. If we could break through this, like just 1620, we break through this, big chance it'll rally up to 23, big chance it'll go higher. If we don't, we're going to see it dump back down to like $300. Same thing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's also in a descending fractal, very similar. Not what I wanted to do. You can see here, one resistance, two, very close to a third, and we're retesting it again. So we've pretty much filled out the gap, trading sideways here, and now a decision is going to have to be made. Are we going to close above the weekly, or are we going to dump below it here? It's going to be very interesting, and the decision is going to have to come very soon. You can see again, zooming on the daily, you can see the massive descending fractal that we've been playing around inside of for months since November of 2021 here, and here we are again starting to retest it. So you can see here, this is pretty much the end game. Are we going to be able to break through this on the daily? If we can close above this major resistance, honestly, we just need to get outside this channel. If we can get back, which we did before, we did it right here, but if we can do it now, it'd be huge for Bitcoin. We just need to break through 20,800 right here. We break through 20,700, 20,800, close the daily right here, good chance for a rally to the upside, and that's going to be exciting. But otherwise, it's pretty much hit or miss what we're waiting for. There's a lot to do with these supports, and hopefully we can break through. We're leaning, especially on Patreon, more towards a bullish outlook short term, and hopefully that happens, because we are in a very interesting predicament with most of these cryptocurrencies right now in regards to weekly sentiment and weekly moving averages. We're getting very close to major resistances, and that's something we have to spend a lot of attention to. As for the S&P 500, and then we'll wrap up today's video. As you guys can see here, we are getting very close again to retesting this. This is a horrible spot to be in. It's honestly, it's really upsetting that we were able to recover after this major dump from January to like July. We had a beautiful rally to the upside into August here, and a major dump. We're talking about 100K losses right here up to like 60K, 50K, and then here we are again back down to 100K. So it's horrible. It really is horrible. But the goal is we're not falling. We really haven't fell, and there's a good chance this might be bottom, and there's a good chance that we are probably going to see after this correction downwards, just like that. That's what my apologies. We're probably going to see a correction back upwards, because we are retesting the oversold lines. Not what I wanted to do here. Here we go, retesting the oversold lines. There's a good chance for potential, what I'm hoping for, double bottom reversal. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of the videos of the wind and stuff from Hurricane Ian. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.